Hey everyone, aloha. Today we are going to take a look at an idea that I had to build a cabinet on the side of the Westfalia bed in a 1974 Volkswagen bus. This cabinet would replace the typical wardrobe cabinet that in this case would go on the left hand side of the bed, and in my case it's out of practicality. I didn't have a wardrobe closet to go with this setup, and then also I like the design of this better, so let's take a look. So I've been working on the build out of the interior of this, originally what was a adventure wagon, but all the original cabinets were pretty rotten and in bad shape. I had to take them out. So I've been building cabinets and trying to figure out what to do with a seat or a bed. And lo and behold, I found a really good deal on Craigslist recently, and I was able to buy this Westfalia bed that easily folds out. It's got great storage underneath. I'm really loving this thing, and someone had put an old like flannel sheet and stapled it over this cover, which I believe may be original material. I don't know, maybe somebody out there knows. Put a comment in the section down below and let me know if you think this is original stuff. But we took it off, we washed it, put it back on, and it came out great. However, as you can see over here, I've got an empty spot, and it's fine, but it actually would be a nice use of that space to build a little cabinet. So that's what I started working on a couple of days ago, and I wanted to share that in case somebody wanted to do something similar. So here's what I came up with, and in the next segment I will put the measurements in. For the structural part, sides and shelves, I used the 3/4 inch ACX with the one side kind of furniture grade. Front, I just used a 3/8 inch. I put one shelf in there. The bottom has a base in it, actually. Just kind of structurally, I'm going to be screwing through that to mount the thing. And this side I was actually able to trace the wheel well. You could do that with the other side as well. The other side I ended up just doing kind of a straight diagonal line. I put a shallow shelf up here, a couple of drink holders here, and this is going to have a nice lid that goes on the top with maybe a magnetic catch. And this is walnut that I used for this. I think it's 1/2 inch walnut, and then I made the door out of that as well. So let me get some measurements for you. I made this, it's a 10.5 inches wide by 27 inches. I'd say 27 3/8. Could even go up to 27.5 tall. The depth on the bottom is 13 inches, and then depth of the top 24 inches. And then you can actually take measurements from your own bus to figure out where this cutout needs to go. This back part sticks up about 8.5 inches, and I'll show you what that looks like as I put it in, just so you can get an idea of what this might look like in your bus and if it would work for you. That first shelf is 14 inches to the top of the shelf, which to give you an idea of what it looks like inside. It just kind of slides right in, and I built this to just kind of be flush with this down here on the bottom, and I think I'm just about ready to mount this thing in. So the plan is to go maybe 4 bolts through the floor here, probably a couple all the way through the side, and then I'd like to get some in here as well, but we'll see where I can get the screws to reach. I have some options up here too that I can go. All right, so I've got this mounted nice and sturdy. I was able to get 2 metal screws here sheet metal screws, 4 in the bottom, and then 1 going across. And this thing is really solid. It's not moving anywhere. And I've already cut and finished my door. So my next step is going to be to put the hinges on this guy. And I'm just going to go with a magnetic stop or a magnetic catch over here. So I'll have that open to the inside so I can access what's in there when the bus is closed up. And then I have my lid, and I've also finished that already. And I'm going with a very simple, I'm not going to hinge this or anything. It's going to have a strip of wood glued to the back here, just to kind of keep it in place, and then also another little magnetic latch right there, just so I can take this off. Maybe I use it as a bench, a little work pad, something to eat off of. I don't know. I'm always thinking about double uses, multiple uses when you're setting up your camper. So yeah, that's what I'm at right now, and we'll go from there. So I'm making some good solid progress here. I've got my door on. It's just a real low-tech magnetic latch on there. I got to do some vacuuming out in here, but it works well, closes nice and solid. Now I'm going to start working on this top part here. All right, I've got this thing pretty much buttoned up. Water bottle holder works really well, nice and secure. And then the top part, I've just got a magnetic latch on there. Like I said, removable if I want to use it for something else. And we'll see if that magnet holds it in place over bumpy roads. I'm not sure. It may need a little adjustment or more added to it later, but that's where I have it right now. The other reason that I built it this height is I thought it would be really comfortable to have an armrest, you know, while you're riding back here. And I really like the height that it ended up. It also kind of holds this pillow in place. So you can really get cozy here if you wanted to. But I'm really happy with the overall feel of this cabinet. I think it works really well in here. Here's the other item that I've been working on. This is an important one, a fold-out table. I was able to salvage this piece of wood out of the original Adventure Wagon, one of the few pieces of wood that was still usable. I also saved this piece of walnut, really nice piece of walnut, and refinished that. And I just used some door hinges here. And then underneath is a foldable table leg, which unfortunately I cannot do one-handed. So I'm going to pause this and open this up for you. So this table obviously is pretty small. It's like a one-person table, and it's all I could fit. You know, starting here with the length of the table leg, I couldn't make it any longer and mount it up here. But it's pretty wide, and it fits in here, which is important. And now have a place to eat and enjoy a well-deserved cerveza. Yeah. All right. Well, I hope you found that video helpful. Hit that like button. If you did, leave a comment. Love to hear from you. Anyways, we'll see you next time. Mahalo for watching. Aloha.